What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go on my AEW Dynamite review highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord and threads down below in the description. And let's get started. Now, AEW Dynamite, it was just okay show. The show was okay for what it was. Okay, it says, Power kicks us off for this special fight for the final edition of AEW Dynamite before AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy makes his way to the ring for our opening contest. Our next is Wheeler Yuta, and moments later, this match gets underway with the AEW International Championship. So we get AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta, and this match itself was a pretty good match. It says Yuta dodges an early orange punch attempt by the champion before going to work to wear him down. But Cassidy fights back. This leads to both men trading strikes before taking each other down to the canvas and slowly gets to their feet once more, only for Yuta to get the upper hand by taking the champ out of the ring before hitting a big dive. Excuse me. The fight continues on the outside with a suplex by the champ, leading to both men being down before Cassidy makes it back to his feet. While Yuta crawls away, it turns out to be a ruse as Yuta hits a power driver that drops the champion on the ramp. Yuta stays on the attack, mocking Orange Cassidy in a dangerous kick before sending the champ back into the ring, where the challenger only gets a near fall. And we go to picture-in-picture. Okay. We're back from picture-in-picture. Yuta continues to maintain control of the situation despite the champ's best efforts, laying into Cassidy with some hard strikes while also taunting the crowd. Yuta stays on the attack with a modified ambitional stretch, really putting the hurt on Cassidy as we come back from break. Yuta puts his attention slowly on the injured hand of the champion now, so stomping away before hitting some hard forearm strikes on the champ, who starts fighting back before sending Yuta to the ropes. Yuta hangs on, but is sent to the floor, by Cassidy, who hits a dive on a challenger into the barricade. Cassidy gets sent back into the ring as Cassidy climbs up top, and but he intercepted by Yuta only, who is a big superplex on a champion. Yuta goes up top now, hitting a diving splash for a near fall. Yuta follows the footsteps of the Blackpool Combat Club brethren, looking for a stump to the face of Cassidy, but the champ counters with a roll up, only to be dropped hard by the challenger. Yuta hits the ropes, but is taken down with a Mochoku driver, giving the champ a near fall in the process. Orange Cassidy looks for an orange punch, but sees the Blackpool Combat Club showing up at ringside and taunts them by faking Yuta out. Excuse me. With an orange punch instead hitting a Paragon Shift DDT. Orange Cassidy hits an orange punch to follow up, but gets rolled up for a near fall by the challenger, only to pin Yuta to pick up the pin in the win. The winner and still your AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy. This was a pretty good match. Orange Cassidy gets Orange Cassidy gets no time to celebrate or recover before the Blackpool Combat Club go on the attack. only for the best friends to show up and even the odds. When this seems to fall, the Lucha Bros makes their way to the ring, finally clearing them out of the ring as Blackpool Combat Club group on the outside. They grab steel chairs, looking to cause more trouble when Eddie Kingston makes his way out home from his journey in Japan. With the help of Kingston, the Blackpool Combat Club gets run out of the ring as they escape through the crowd. Excuse me. With the fans chanting for Kingston, who gets a microphone from ringside. Kingston says, "Call the Blackpool Combat Club out," laying down the challenge for the Stadium Stampede match at AEW All In. Take my money to see that match. I'm looking forward to that match at AEW All In. Okay, let's move on. We cut an interview with Jim Ross and Kenny Omega, who addressed his connection with Don Callis over the years. Excuse me. We find out that Don Callis is actually a friend of Kenny's actual uncle, hence the Uncle Don. Remarks before Kenny Omega says you can't choose your family. Even if Don Callis seems to be choosing his, suddenly Don Callis shows up to call Kenny Omega out before the Bullet Club go rush in and blindsides the former AEW World Champion. Takeshita joins the attack as they lay Kenny Omega out, with Don Callis saying they want to see the god of pro wrestling before we cut outside to the hospital, where Hangman Page calls out Don Callis before announcing a match for All In as Kenny Omega, Page, and Koya Ibushi will team up to take on Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. Okay, excuse me. We come back to ringside before their large amount of crowd cheers and indicates that Don Callis is in the building, where he introduced Chris Jericho to the ring before we go to the break. Okay, commercial break. Excuse me. We're back at ringside, and Don Callis hypes up Chris Jericho before addressing what happened last week with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho says it was disappointing to see the society walk out on him, but he stands by what he said before. Chris Jericho doesn't join factions, he creates them. So as far as joining the Don Callis family, Jericho knows his answer, and his answer is yes. Don Callis is ecstatic, giving Jericho a hug before they get ready to leave. But Jericho noticed the picture hidden under the curtain in the ring. Jericho really wants to see the picture, with Don Callis claims it's the two of them, and bad news. But Jericho press on, pulling the cloth to reveal a painting of Don Callis on the head of Jericho. Chris is not pleased with this, to say the least, realizing that Don Callis had this made anti-painting. Jericho would say no. Don Callis tries to backpedal before Chris Jericho demands the truth from Don Callis, who admits that he thought Chris Jericho would say no. Because of his massive ego, Don Callis runs in. Don Callis runs Jericho down, saying Jericho even deserve doesn't even deserve to be in the Don Callis family. Excuse me. But Chris Jericho asks, "Who is Don Callis?" Years ago, Don Callis wasn't even the business on. No one cared. But thanks to Chris Jericho, he joins the AEW and becomes a much bigger deal. Chris Jericho runs down Don Callis some more, but excuse me, before Don Callis slaps Jericho in a retaliation, which leads to Jericho going after Don Callis before before Takeshita comes in to intervene. Jericho's fight off Takeshita until he knocks down by Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay grabs the chair and lay Chris Jericho out with it before standing over the former world champion and doing further damage alongside Takeshita and Don Callis, the latter grabbing the painting and smashing it over the head of Jericho. The family stand over the Jericho until Sammy Guevara rushes down to the ring to make the save, with the family hightailing it out of the ring and end up the ramp. Okay. After the match, retaining the title last week, Jack Perry promised to retire of the FTW champion next week on Dynamite. Okay, back at ringside, we get ready for our next match as Darby Allin and Nick Wayne make the way to the ring before they get blindsided by the Gates of Agony. When we eventually start this match off, just as Swerve Strickland and AFR at the stage, show up at the stage. Um, show up at the stage to watch on. So we get Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus Gates of Agony to Alana and Khan. And this match right here, this was a quick match. Okay, Gates of Agony go after Darby Allin and Nick Wayne, keeping them at bay with plenty of damage inflicting as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, this is very much a matter of the Gates of Agony continue to wear down Nick Wayne, and in particular as we notice AR Fox and Swerve Strickland continuing to march on before we come back from the break. Nick Wayne managed to get a tag to Darby Allin, who unleashes a fury of offense for a near fall before the Gates go after Darby with a big elbow drop for a near fall of their own. They end up getting caught by surprise after stumping a double corner splash. Nick Wayne sends Laura over the top rope with the Hurricane before taking down Khan. Darby Allin and Nick Wayne set up on the top rope with Darby Allin hitting a coffin drop and Khan while Nick Wayne takes down Leona on the outside, and Darby Allin gets the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. This was a quick tag team match. Swerve and AR Fox looks to go after Darby Allin and Nick Wayne when Sting shows up on the screen, hyping up the coffin match at AEW All In before revealing that he's sitting alongside with Prince Nana, who corrects him on how many days remain before being scared off by the icon. That part was funny. That segment was funny. Okay, we cut a video of Adam Cole and MJF preparing for their ROH World Tag Team Championship match against Aussie Open at All In. 0 Hour by going to Outback Steakhouse, watching kangaroos fighting and discussed the use of their kangaroo kick and the double clothesline. We end with Tony Khan apparently yelling at them in his office to keep the double clothesline in the ring. We cut to the parking lot where Cole and MJF arrive in their sweet ride, gearing up to talk about the main event of AEW All In before they walk off, leaving us to an angry Roderick Strong and the Kingdom before we go to break. Commercial break. We head to ringside as MJF and Adam Cole makes their way to the ring. They pose for the crowd before entering the ring, much to the delight of the crowd before they get a microphones to address some things. Adam Cole starts to talk about all in before MJF interjects to put over the kangaroo kick before the pair agrees to focus on using their double clotheslines. Adam Cole then addressed the main event of All In as Cole gets ready to face MJF once again for the AEW World Championship. 9 months ago, doctors told Adam Cole he might not be able to wrestle again, but not. But now he's about to be in the main event of the biggest wrestling show of all time. Excuse me, challenging one of the most prestigious titles in the business and facing one of his best friends in MJF. Adam Cole tells the champ as a friend that once the bell rings, he will do whatever it takes to win that championship. Excuse me. MJF says that's a great story, but it's too bad. His his is better. When MJF first got into the sport, excuse me, he was told to write down two dream opponents, Cody Rhodes and Adam Cole. Years later, he worked really hard to make a name for himself. Only in Indies before 2018 and the original All In roll around. MJF sends Cody a DM asking for an opportunity, saying he will not disappoint. And after a bit of waiting, he got his opportunity from Cody himself. Despite his loss that night, MJF turned some heads with his performance, including Tony Khan, who offered him a contract with AEW. According to the champ, without All In, there is no MJF. Excuse me. And over time, he grew into the generational talent that sees today before winning the AEW World Championship. Now he sees an opportunity to once again be at, be at All in front of the one of the biggest crowd and facing one of the best friends in Adam Cole. However, MJF says the only thing that matters more than their friendship is the Triple B, representing everything he's gone through to get to the point in his career. If Adam Cole thinks that because MJF he is his best bud that he's going to lay down with Adam Cole, he's not. He's out of his mind. MJF says that that's a win in Wembley will make him legendary. Adam Cole says made the best man win, leading to a trade, leading to leading to a trade of a catchphrase between the two before Aussie Open shows up to attack their future challengers. Adam Cole and MJF stopped them before looking before the double clothesline, only for their champs to escape the ring and head back up the ramp. MJF posed with the title as Adam Cole gears up for what appears to be a blindside on the champ, but Adam Cole changed his mind as MJF turns around, and eventually they hug. They hug it out as Aussie Open stares them down from ringside. Okay, let's move on. We cut to Roderick Strong and the Kingdom are watching on before MJF and Alco head back up the ramp. From there, we go backstage where Renee talks to Jericho, who addresses Will Ospreay before calling him out for a match at All In, saying that Will Ospreay doesn't know what he's gotten himself into before walking off. Back at ringside, Justin Roberts makes the introductions as we see tables set up in the corner for our next match. First is Jeff Hardy, who leaves the ring just as quickly to go backstage before we realize he's searching for Jeff Jarrett, who blindsides Jeff Hardy as the match fully gets underway. Okay, so we get Texas Chainsaw Mas- Massacre Death Match. Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. Now um, this match itself I did not like. But why is Jeff Jarrett getting more TV time? Michael, if you watch this video, can you answer this down below in the comment section? Why is Jeff Jarrett getting more TV time? Anyway, this match I did not like. I do not know why Tony Khan hate Jeff. I do not know why Tony Khan hates Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is talented. Doesn't matter if he got on his face paint or not. Jeff Hardy is very talented, and that's all I gotta say. But I don't know why Tony Khan hates Jeff Hardy. But get Jeff Jarrett off my television set. This match I did not like. The two go at it before Jeff Hardy gets the upper hand, but not for long before Statham saying Statham saying and Karen Jarrett gets involved. Brothers Ethan Page and Matt Hardy even the odds before they pour a bucket of red vicious liquid over the Jarretts. They fought. The fight continues as the Jarretts flee while we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, Jeff Hardy stalks the Jarretts backstage before Jay Lethal into rushes into make the save while Jeff Jarrett continues to escape through the area. We end up at the door where way that opens up, revealing more reinforcements as they fought finally reaches a high point where Jeff Hardy launches himself into Jarrett in a full crowd of others before we come back. The fight the fight makes its way to the ringside area area again as we get to the stage where Jeff Hardy starts choking Jeff Jarrett out with his shirt while everyone else is fighting towards the back. Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy get in the ring. where where smoke, where appears to be coming out from underneath the underneath as the combatants enter the ring, and Jeff Hardy gets a candlestick to beat down Jeff Jarrett. The rest of the Hardy's friends goes after Jarrett as well as we see a table set up. They set Jeff Jarrett up on the table before his buddies pull force out, leaving us with Jarrett on the table and Jeff Hardy flying off with a swanton bomb that dives Jeff Jarrett through a table. But Jay Lethal breaks the pinfall attempt. Chaos ensures as everyone else takes turns going after each other in the ring. As Jeff Jarrett grabs a guitar from ringside, but only Jeff Hardy to knock him out with it. Things got things take a screeching halt as the sound of a chainsaw signals the arrival of Leatherface. I do not know why Leatherface is on AEW Dynamite tonight, but Jeff Hardy's face really says it all. He was confused as well. The arrival of the crossover servers as a distraction, with Leatherface chasing down Karen as Jeff Hardy gets attacked by Statham Sin, leading to Jeff Jarrett getting the pin and the win. The winner of the match by pinfall, Jeff Jarrett. This match I did not like. I did not like this match. The ref presents Jeff Jarrett with a special champion to commemorate him winning this match as he and his buddies celebrate. Commercial break. At ringside, Dr. Britt Baker makes her way to the ring for our next match before the Bunny arrives. After a moment of this match gets underway. And I must say this. Can y'all please push the Bunny to the moon, please? I am so sick and tired of the Bunny being a jobber on AEW Dynamite. The Bunny deserves to be at AEW All In. And I'm speaking facts about this. And shout out to Alyssa from TikTok. Because Alyssa from TikTok said the exact same thing. Okay. So we get the qualifying match for AEW Women's World Championship Fatal 4-Way at All In. Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus the Bunny. And this match itself right here, this was a squash match. Things get heated quickly between the Bunny and Baker with the former getting the upper hand as Baker gets distracted by Penelope Ford at ringside. Baker sends Bunny to the corner, but is caught with a head scissors against the ropes before we go to picture. Back from picture, Bunny stays on the attack before distracting the referee as Penelope Ford gets involved before the action spills to the outside. Bunny brings Baker back into the ring before getting a near fall. Before Baker starts fighting back, Bunny lays in some strikes of her own, but Baker makes it back to her feet as we come back. Baker lays into Bunny with some forearm strikes, followed by a butterfly suplex, but only gets a near fall. Bunny gets a near fall for her trouble. Bunny fights out of another suplex, but is met with a forearm strike before Baker gets a close near fall. Baker pulls out her glove for the lockjaw before Penelope Ford steals it away before she knocks off the apron. Only for Bunny takes advantage, at least for a moment, before Baker hits a big kick for the pinfall before the pin and the win. The winner, the winner, the winner by pinfall and advances to AEW Women's World Championship match at AEW All In. Dr. Britt Baker. Now this right here should have been a Bunny going to AEW All In. The Bunny deserves better. That's all I gotta say. The Bunny deserves better, and I'm sick and tired of the Bunny being a jobber on AEW Dynamite. But this should have been the Bunny winning this match, so she can go to AEW. So the Bunny could go to AEW All In, get a AEW Women's Championship opportunity against Hikaru Shida. That's just my opinion. We get a rundown of the card for AEW All In, confirming among other things that Stadium Stampede will be a 6-on-6 affair. The Acclaim arrives at ringside with a rap, looking to face a couple of local talent in a tag team action. But the lights go out when they come back on. The House of Black have showed up instead. They go on the attack, beating down the former tag champs to make a statement after Malachi Black made one of his own to Billy Gunn, leading to Daddy You Know What seemingly retiring. The attack continues as Buddy Matthews and Brody King do as much damage as they can, unfazed by Billy Gunn chants by the crowd. Things reach their peak as Julia Hart takes the boot of Billy Gunn that the Acclaim have been bringing out in honor of their friend, turning the team with them as we go to commercial break in a attempt to restore order. Okay, commercial break. We had to reach out for our main event where the Guns make their entrance only to be blindsided by the Young Bucks. They fight between both teams, make their way to the ring where this match finally gets underway. Okay, so we get the Guns versus the Young Bucks. And this main event match right here, this was this main event match was, solid. This was a solid main event. The Bucks go after the Guns and Outset. Outset still angry about their involvement and their beat down on Katie Omega earlier tonight before taking the former tag champs down with a dive on the outside. We finally settled down with Matt Jackson and Colton in the ring when Colton getting the upper hand and before tagging in Austin for more damage before we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture, the Guns continue to be in control of the match, wearing down Matt Jackson as Nick looks to get into the match. But the newest members of the Bullet Club Gold do their best to keep him away as they continue the attack. Austin and Colton trade tags as they lay the beat down further on Matt Jackson going so far as to taunt Nick Jackson in the corner before bringing Matt Jackson back towards their own corner for more damage. Colton gets a near fall before locking in a chin lock, but Matt Jackson fights back to his feet as we come back. Matt Jackson starts fighting back, but is taken down by Colton, who gets another near fall. Tag made to Austin, but he gets sent out of the ring. But Matt Jackson, who looks for a tag to Nick Jackson, finally fighting off the Guns long enough to make it. Nick Jackson unleash hell on the Guns, taking them down to the canvas before looking for a super kick and hits one to cut off their famous attempt. Nick Jackson hits a springboard facebuster on Austin before tagging in Matt Jackson. And the Young Bucks do what the Young Bucks do best against Austin in the ring before Colton blocks the BT trigger attempt. Tag to Colton now. As chaos ensures before Matt Jackson gets a near fall. 3 minutes and 10 to Yoma by the Guns. But Nick saves the match with a double stump. Except he takes a famous serve by Austin, who takes a German suplex by Mac Jackson before the Guns try to steal a pinfall, only for the Young Bucks to turn it right around on them for the pinfall and the win. The winner of the match, the Young Bucks. This tag team match was solid. The Bullet Club go rush into the ring, immediately go after the Young Bucks, laying in a beat down on Nate Jackson and Mac Jackson before FTR's music hits. Juice is waiting for them on the round area, but FTR runs into the ring to go after Jay White and the Guns. Juice Robinson takes a shatter machine by the tag champs as the Young Bucks help run off the Bullet Club Gold, but we see FTR possibly setting something up ahead of their tag title match at AEW All In. Things come to a close with the champs and the challengers staring each other down. And AEW Dynamite goes off the air. But like I mentioned earlier, AEW Dynamite was okay show for what it was. It was not bad, it was not awful. The AEW Dynamite was just okay show for what it was. But anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord threads down below in the description. And I promise you guys I will be going live tomorrow on YouTube. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang.